Good morning everyone. I am P. Akhila, Assistant Professor from CSM, Artificial Intelligence Machine Learning Branch, BVRIT College and Narsapur. Today, I want to explain the topic in the DBMS, Database Management System. The topic is keys in DBMS. We have total 7 types of keys in DBMS. I want to explain total 7 keys here now. Okay. In that keys, actually what is the purpose of key? The key is mainly used to unlock any database, or we can do the modifications there. With the use of key, we can unlock the database and we can do the modification. So key is an uniquely identified tuple. Okay. Now in these keys, we have 7 types of keys. First one is super key. I want to explain these keys from this employee table. This is the main table in the DBMS. I'll choose this employee table for the example. I want to explain all the keys from this table only. Okay. So first one is super key. The super key is a main key from among all the keys. This is a main key because super key is a set of attributes. Those are uniquely identified tuple in the table. From this super key only remaining keys are we can derive. Okay. Okay, in this employee table, the super key is a subset of attributes. It's a collection of attributes. We can identify the uniquely. So, like that. So, for example, here in this table, we can choose a super key, ID, employee ID, it's act like a super key, and SSN number. SSN number is nothing but Aadhaar number, and the set of attributes means combination of attributes. So, we can choose ID name, ID phone and name phone, and ID name phone and name email and name SSN number and phone. So, like that we can collect set of attributes. Those are act like a super key. Now, the next one is candidate key. Candidate key is derived from the super key. Here also the candidate key is nothing but it is also a collection of set of attributes uniquely identified by a tuple. But the difference between super key and candidate key is, in the candidate key, the collection of attributes are not repeat, means repetition is not happened here. So, from this table, we can choose candidate keys are nothing but ID, SSN number, name, phone and phone number. So, here repetition is not happened. Okay. The main difference is the repetition of attributes are not happened in the candidate key, but in the super key, the repetition is there. The next key is primary key. The primary key is derived from the candidate key. Among the all keys in the candidate key, we can choose one is primary key. Okay. In this, we have primary key option because primary key is nothing but a uniquely identified by tuple. But here null values are not allowed. In the primary key, it's a uniquely identified tuple. I mean duplicates are not allowed here, and null values also not allowed. And every table must we have one primary key. This is the main rule of primary key. So in this we have ID, SSN number. We can choose from the candidate key like a primary key. But here I can choose ID. From this employee table, I can choose ID is a primary key because for selecting the primary key, we have an authorization access to the database administrator only. So, from the employee table, database admin will select ID only because for employee table, employee ID is the main key for the uniquely identifying. So, here apart from SSN number for employee table, admin select the employee ID is the primary key. Next key is an alternate key. Alternate key is nothing but one key chosen as a primary key from the candidate key. The remaining keys are there, right? So, those keys are called alternate key. From the candidate key, we can choose one key as a primary key. The remaining keys are there. Those remaining keys are called alternative keys. So, here in this employee table, we have SSN number and ID number is there, right, in the candidate key. I choose ID is the primary key. The remaining key is what is there? SSN only. So, here the alternative key is SSN number, like Aadhaar number from the employee table. The next key is nothing but composite key. Composite key is nothing but it is a collection of attributes and uniquely identify a tuple. So here more than one attributes are placed in one place, that is called composite key. Means in the candidate key we have a composite keys, in the super key set also we have a composite keys, because here we have a more than one attributes. So for example, for composite key in this employee table I can choose name comma phone, SSN comma ID and ID comma email, like that I can choose more than one, because here it is a collection of more than one unique keys. So that is a composite key. The next key is a foreign key. Foreign key is a main key, because here we can, foreign key is developed from the not one table, from the two tables. The remaining keys are we can create from the one table, but coming to the foreign key, here we want two tables. We want to create one foreign key. Here we want two tables for creating the foreign key. Foreign key is nothing but foreign key is applied to one column of one table, which refers to the primary key of another table. For example, here I will take employee table and department table. In the department table, department ID is there. It acts like a primary key. In the employee table, employee ID acts like a primary key. So in this department table, department ID refers to the employee table, department ID. So in the employee table we have employee ID, employee name, department ID, like this we have so many columns are there. Okay. So here in this department table, department ID column refers to the employee table, department ID column. This reference is called here, this referential integrity is called foreign key. So here department table, department ID act like a foreign key, because this refers to the primary key of employee table. In the employee table we can choose employee ID is a primary key and department ID is also primary key, because it's a unique keys. We can choose, we can select any one from the employee table. So here what will happen when we create a foreign key from these two tables, whenever we want to insert the department ID details into the department table, it will reject from the department table, it will reject to insert the department ID values. Why? Because department table, department ID refers to the employee table, department ID. So whenever we want to insert the department ID details into the department table, first we have to insert those tables into the employee table. In the employee table, first we have to insert into the employee table, then only we can insert those department ID details into the department table. This connection, this integrity, this referential integrity, this integrity connection is there, right? That is called referential integrity. Referential integrity means whenever we want to insert the values into the child table, first we have to insert those values into the parent table. So here we have a connection from the child to parent table. This connection is called referential integrity. The next key is an artificial key. Artificial key is nothing but a surrogate key. Okay. Why we use artificial key? This is an external key. User only create externally for the table, that is called artificial key. Whenever any table in any table, whenever we don't have a primary key in that table, or primary key is a large or complex position in that table, and if in the table primary key is not placed, at that time user externally create one key. That key is called artificial key or surrogate key. This is mainly used for indexing purpose. Actually, if primary key is not there, how can we change modifications in the table? So at that time we can create one row, one serial number row. I mean, like serial numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like that serial number column we have to create externally. That serial number tuple is there, right? That is called artificial key. User only create that key. Whenever a primary key is not placed in that key, we can create that artificial key. With the use of that artificial key, we can use the modifications in that table. This is the main purpose of artificial key. Here in this table, employee table, row ID, employee role and project ID. So these are all we can create. For these columns, we can create artificial key. I mean, we can create mainly in this employee table row ID. It's act like a artificial key. This is complete overall information about artificial key or surrogate key. We can call surrogate key for this key. This is mainly for the serial number. These all are about the 7 types of keys in the DBMS. Okay, thank you.
Like, share and subscribe. Hit the bell icon for more updates.